Hello everyone, welcome to Stilt Video Series. Applying for the removal of the conditions of your residence is a crucial step in becoming a permanent resident of the U.S. There are costs involved which you should be aware of and plan for. Preparing for the process can also help ensure that it runs smoothly. Below, we provide a short summary of the Form I-751 and the required supporting documents. We also set out the costs you can expect to pay in your application process and throw in a few tips that will help you in the process. What is an I-751 form? Form I-751 is known as the Petition to Remove Conditions of Residence. Conditional residence is granted when applying for a green card and an adjustment of status by using the Form I-485. Conditional residence is granted to those visa holders who are living in the U.S. based on their own or their parents' marriage to a U.S. citizen. Conditional residence only lasts 2 years. When you are nearing this 2-year period, the Form I-751 is filed with the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, or USCIS, to request that the conditions on your residence be removed so that you will be classified as a permanent resident. The USCIS requires certain documentation to support your application. Most documents are quite straightforward, but consider carefully which documents will support your application best. Documents to support your Form I-751. The USCIS requires the following documents to be submitted with your Form I-751 in English: a copy of your green card, also known as alien registration card, which needs to be copied front and back; proof of a good faith marriage; documents supporting your request for a waiver of the joint filing requirement, if applicable; the court order granting your name change, if applicable; documents related to your criminal or drug history, if applicable. Make sure you get help from an attorney if this is applicable, as this can lead to a denial of permanent residence. Good faith marriage. The USCIS wants to know that the marriage that your green card is based on is real. Unfortunately, marriage fraud is a common way to get a green card, so you'll have to prove a bona fide marriage along with filing your Form I-751. The USCIS recommends using the below documents, those that are relevant, covering the 2-year period of your conditional residency as proof. Copies of your children's birth certificates. This is a very strong form of evidence. Documents showing joint ownership of assets. Documents showing joint debts and liabilities. Lease agreements or home mortgages from places you have rented or owned together. Affidavits from 2 people who know both you and your spouse personally, affirming that the marriage is a real thing. These affidavits must document how they know you and how they are able to speak about the validity of your marriage. Any other documents that might support your case. Requesting a waiver of the joint filing requirement. You can seek a waiver of the joint filing requirement if you are unable to file your Form I-751 jointly with your U.S. citizen spouse or parent. This would be due to death, divorce, abuse, or other applicable circumstances. The following documents, whichever is applicable, will have to be submitted together with your waiver request: a copy of the death certificate, a copy of the divorce certificate, proof of abuse or cruelty such as police reports, medical reports, social worker reports, photographs of injuries, etc. Documentation of the reason you are filing your application separately from your parents' application. Evidence proving that you will undergo extreme hardship if you are removed from the U.S., if that is your reason for your application of the waiver. You'll have to prove the type of hardship and why this would be any worse than what any other immigrant would face if they were removed after having spent time in the U.S. If you are applying for the waiver, it will be a good idea to use the help of an attorney to prepare these documents. The attorney will make sure all the requirements are fulfilled so that your case is not unnecessarily delayed or denied. I-751 Fee. What is the I-751 filing fee? The I-751 filing fee is the fee you have to pay the USCIS when you submit the Form I-751. The filing fee is updated from time to time. The current charge for I-751 filing fee is $595 plus the required biometric fee of $85. I-751 fees. What is the I-751 attorney fee? As the USCIS is on the lookout for fraudulent marriages and will be very strict in assessing your application, it is a good idea to make use of an immigration attorney to help you prepare your Form I-751. This will help to avoid unnecessary issues and possible denial. Most attorneys will charge a flat fee for preparing your Form I-751. The fees for this process range from $700 to $1,600. The flat fee is definitely a perk if you have a complicated case that requires a lot of detailed documentation. Some attorneys offer the option of time-based fees. This can save you money if you prepare the application yourself and simply have the attorney review it. Keep in mind that the hours can add up quite quickly if you made a lot of errors that have to be adjusted. If you are worried that you cannot afford an immigration attorney, consider your loan options. STILT provides loans specifically to immigrants and foreign students that can be used to help you pay for your filing fee and attorney fee. How to find an I-751 lawyer. It will be a good idea to do your homework before you choose an attorney to help you with your removal of conditions of residence. Do a proper comparison of available attorneys by looking up attorneys in your area, asking them for fees, and perhaps going for a first consultation. The first consultation is sometimes free or can cost around $100. It might even be a good idea to look up reviews online about attorneys you are considering using. Your application for the removal of conditions of residence can be smooth sailing if you get the right advice and have the financial means. Don't let the cost of the extra help stop you from making sure you approach the Form I-751 the right way and risk the denial of permanent residence in the U.S. We hope this video has been helpful to you. At STILT, we provide financial services for immigrants and the underserved. Subscribe to our channel and visit stilt.com for more details.